Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. Thanks so much for joining me today. So, there's this link that's going out, or a lot of the knife YouTube people have been making these videos called Five Knives That Make Me Happy. And it's more about, like, personally, things that make you smile when you see them, and they might have some small story behind them. Cedric and Ada just put up a revised one. He's the one who started it, actually. He started it and linked it, and then other people linked other people. I haven't personally been included in this club because I'm a pretty small channel, but I thought I'd put my video out there too. And by the way, check out Cedric and Ada. Great, awesome channel. One of the smaller channels out there, but brings a lot of joy to my life. That's for sure. So first off, I guess this is no particular order, but the Atom TRM Three Rivers titanium version. This was basically my first Grail knife. This is the first knife that I spent some money on, and I have since spent a lot more money on knives. But this knife brings a lot of joy to me whenever I see it, whenever I feel it, whenever I handle it. The action on it is incredible. The blade shape, how thin behind the edge it is, the heat treatment on the blade, everything about this knife makes me happy. It's all American made. The people at Three Rivers are incredible. It's just an incredible looking knife. This knife was, like I said, the first time that I was like, you know what, I want to spend some money on a knife, and this is the knife that I'm going to do it with. The titanium scales and the basic Atom. I believe it all comes to around $400. I could be wrong on that. It could be $350, but you know, a lot of money. So that was the first knife that really, brought a lot of joy and made me smile. And it still makes me smile every time I see it and handle it and carry it. Next is this Spyderco. And what this kind of represents to me is, at this point, I've put together and made, I don't know, 5 to 10 knives where I've taken a basic knife and I've had a vision for it and I've changed everything about it. This is the S90V version of this, and it's my favorite steel. It's a Spyderco. Spyderco is the first knife that I ever really started carrying that was like a high-end knife, quote unquote. Um, and it was just a Tenacious, really. It was like an $80, $60 VG10 Tenacious, but I kind of went down the rabbit hole when I lost my Tenacious and started seeing other Spydercos, and that kind of led me into the knife world. So when I see this, I think about like my entry into the knife world, because eventually, I've had a lot of Spydercos in my life, but I saw this S90V in the DLC, and I knew I had to have it. I can't remember even what scales it originally had, although I might still have them somewhere if I searched. But I was like, well, I've always wanted Lotus scales, so I got the Lotus scales. It already had the blacked out hardware. That was awesome. And then I got the Lynch clip, and I got the CME, the compression made easy from what is it? EMP EDC? CME? I can't remember. Anyway, this is really cool. This compression lock made easy. It's just basically a little tab, but it changes the whole nature of how this runs. And I love the brass, and I just love everything about this knife, and it really reminds me why I kind of got into this game. So, and again, another American-made knife, really cool. Not an American-made knife, but a Demko AD 20.5, and this was a knife that came out, and kind of took the world by storm with its Shark Lock, and the Shark Lock itself is awesome. I have had probably 8 different Demkos. I've sold them. I still have 3 of them, and one of them is this titanium flat one, and it's got the mid-tech. It was the first time they had done the mid-tech gear on the AD20, and it was a flat titanium. I have it textured as well. I sent it to EDC Gear House and Way of Knife, and I asked for a science fiction theme, and they came back with Mars Attacks, which I actually love Mars Attacks and Tim Burton movies, and it has the deep carry clip on it too that I put on there, and I sent that in with them, and they did this McFly, the what is it called, the nasty McFly finish on it, which I really like. So yeah, this is just a sweet knife. Makes me smile every time I see it. If you're not smiling right now when you see this knife, then there's something wrong with you, and you should check your pulse. This is the 3V version. Just an awesome knife, and it makes me smile. Next is the Factor. The Factor really makes me smile. It's by Winterblade Co. It is a piece of history. It's all magnetic. If you've been living under a rock, maybe you don't know, but the detent, the lock, everything on this is magnetic. It makes an awesome sound, like this ringing sound, almost like a tuning fork when it opens. I had a lot of fun changing the detent. By fun, I mean it was really hard, but I did it anyway. So yeah, this is just a really cool knife. I know that they're coming out with a batch 3 that has some upgrades on it. I didn't see the need to do that, and I haven't gotten into the batch 3. Batch 2 is just fine for me. I also put this tritium vial in here, which in the dark glows. It's not glow in the dark. It's what it does is, let's see if I can show you without the light getting in the way. Yeah, see that right there? It's not glow in the dark. It doesn't get a charge. It automatically it's a isotope that degrades and automatically just glows, which is pretty cool. And then so that brings me a lot of joy because it's just a fun, unique knife. It's made well. It's a piece of knife history. It just intrigues me all around. And finally, I had this Creeley Mako, which was the first knife in MagnaCut I think I got, or maybe I ordered it and then it took forever to get here. But Creeley Blades, PA maker in my home state. This is an in-pocket carry. It fits really nicely. It comes with the Ulti-Clip already built into the sheath. I think the Ulti-Clip is the best way to have a fixed blade, unless you're going to have a dangly knife for a larger one. But it fits really nice sheath. And this thing is super slicey, thin. It's a small fixed blade, but the ergos on it are great. It comes in different colors. So if this color's throwing you off, don't worry about that. Just go and check out his website. The ergos are great, and this knife is good in the kitchen. And what I do is this is almost always in my pocket on weekends when I'm doing yard work. This is just a great knife. It sharpens really easily. I've had to sharpen it once with my KME, and it came out really nicely, and it's just sharp as ever. Yeah, I've done videos about all of these, so you can go back and look through my videos and find them. And I know I said only 5 knives, but this guy here is just going to kind of sneak in. It's the Quiet Carry Waypoint. Sorry, I had to include it. Hollow grind. And it brings me joy because it's very utilitarian. It's a simple knife. It's Vanek Super Clean, which I think is a great steal. And I sail a lot, and whenever I have a life jacket on, if I'm doing something particularly stupid, this knife is on me. I've used this knife every single time I've done a sailing adventure race. It's just a great knife. I love it to death. Wire clip is amazing. So I just throw that in there. I love this because it's utilitarian and because I use it all the freaking time when I'm on a boat. And it brings me joy just because it's small in the hand. It's very easy to open, super clean. The Vanek Super Clean will not rust. Absolutely. I've taken this and swam with it in the ocean for 5-6 days in a row. And my life jacket, because I get tipped over or because I have to jump off a boat or something, and it just will not rust. Just an amazing knife. So that's my 5 knives that make me happy. What about you guys? Let me know in the comments. What is the knife that makes you the happiest and brings you memories? It doesn't have to be the best knife. It doesn't have to be anything like that. Just let me know, what is a knife that makes you happy and makes you smile? Thanks so much for joining me today. If you like the content today, I'd really like if you like and subscribe. You can also join me on Sharp Ends at Instagram, and you can also become a channel member or follow me at Patreon. Links in the comments. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye now.